Are you ready to learn about one of the most productive vegetables that human beings can grow? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you one of my favorite plants. Now, I have a lot of favorite plants, but this plant that I'm about to show you is at the top of my list. We're talking about the purple tree collard. Now, this plant is very special because I grow and eat this plant almost on a daily basis. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why this is at the top of my list. And at the very end, I'll share with you a bonus about what makes this plant even extra special on our homestead. Ready? Stay tuned. Welcome to Rainshine Permaculture. So in this video, one of my favorite plants, the purple tree collard. Now, I eat this plant almost on a daily basis. Now, that wasn't always the case. I had to definitely learn how to use this plant. I didn't grow up eating kale, but now it's one of my favorites. It's delicious, and I can only imagine that the nutritional content of this plant is through the roof. So ready? Here's the 3 reasons why I suggest you grow this plant. Reason number 1, this plant is a perennial vegetable. So from a permaculture perspective, always trying to find vegetables that are long-lived. So this plant is a long-lived vegetable. Not only is it a long-lived vegetable, it never flowers, which means it produces leaves on a year-round basis. Here on the Pacific North Coast with our mild winters, we can harvest this plant clear through winter. So extremely productive, long-lived plant. Reason number 2, this plant doubles as an ornamental. You can see from the striking color of the leaves that this plant is an incredible addition to anybody's garden. So yeah, ornamental. Reason number 3, this plant is extremely easy to propagate. Once the plant starts making really small side shoots like this, you can just take the side shoots off the plant, put them in a cup, and then within a couple of weeks, roots will typically shoot out the bottom, at which point you can transplant the plants in a pot, get them rooted until they're really well rooted, and then put them in the ground. Typically, when these plants get 5 to 6 years old, they get a little high and top heavy, at which point I'll typically just replace them with a new one. So really easy to propagate. The other really unique thing about this plant is that it's actually extremely difficult to purchase this plant. Very few nurseries sell this plant. So the best way to get this plant is usually by getting a cutting from a friend or somebody in your community who's already growing this plant. So if you can find it, buy it. Highly suggest you find somebody who's growing this and get a cutting from them. Now, ready for the bonus? What makes this plant even extra special is that our chickens love to eat the purple tree collard. So, because it's so productive, I am on a regular basis cutting large branches off these plants and feeding them to our chickens. Now, I can only imagine that feeding our chickens this leaf takes the nutritional content of our eggs to the next level. So for me as a free-range chicken grower, anytime I can supplement their diet with extremely nutritious leaves, I do so. And this plant makes that very easy. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I look forward to sharing more videos on how I use this plant in the kitchen. And so stay tuned. Feel free to subscribe, share this video with anybody you know would benefit. And until next time, happy gardening.